So what were some things that you had to specifically localize for Italian audiences? Did you have to change the music to maybe include more like accordions or...
Now you made me think about that. So Deltarune, there is this secret boss, I guess spoilers for Deltarune.
Oh, Germa.
Yes, like the... Well, his soundtrack actually has like words in it. Like, we took an instrumental version of the track. We had to recreate it from scratch, and we had a singer that like recorded the lines, putting it together, and like we actually replaced that track. And also in the ending credits of Deltarune, there's also a song sung in English.
Yeah.
So we found a singer sing an Italian translation of that song we made, and we replaced that too. You know how I told you that like we needed 2 to 3 years to translate Undertale? And most of them were like issues with like organizing people because we knew fuck nothing. But Deltarune was much smoother. We actually just needed 3 months for Deltarune Chapter 1 and 6 months for Deltarune Chapter 2. And now the team is relatively small. Like we went from like 20 people on Undertale because everyone was just like, hey, you want to translate? Come on board. Hey, you want to come on board? Now we have like 5 people that are actually always there, and sometimes we become content with like other people that helps with what is needed. We were much less people, but more like oiled up. Like we all knew the process.
Yeah, you're all oiled up.
Yeah,
got lots of grease all over the place.
Probably don't say that in English, right? But yeah, smoothing up. How do you say it?
I think just anything that lubricates, right?
It just makes you smooth.
Yeah, I think the wetter that I am, the better I am at speaking foreign language.
For the translation of Deltarune Chapter 1, we had like another team which was making a translation. So we had like kind of
rivals.
Competition, to who's gonna release the translation first. And they won. But there was like, you could feel like this rivalry, like a competition of like who's gonna release the translation first.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case for Deltarune Chapter 2. But that's only because Deltarune Chapter 2 was much more harder to translate, because where Deltarune Chapter 1 for the first time had like a nice script in a nice JSON file, Deltarune Chapter 2 went back to the ways of Undertale, starting like just one garbage
script,
one like just giant garbage file with everything in it, where nothing is in order, and some things are actually variable names and some other things are like dialogue. So it was terrible. We had like spent the first month just like going through the file and making sense of each part, and we had this super huge Excel file.
To test it, do you have to like play the game up to the point where that dialogue emerges and then see it, or is there an easier way? For
Undertale, we made save states. As in like we played the game, we created a lot of different saves, so we just like had this Google Drive with these old saves that you can. But for Deltarune Chapter 2, we had a new programmer on board, and he is a Russian guy. He didn't even speak Italian. And this guy, Hackerman, like literally Hackerman, he was an expert in like Game Maker games decompilation and recompilation. So like he made a tool for us to, you change the text, just Control S, and it changes live in the game. You can also change room using debug mode. It was great, and he helped us immensely. The biggest meme in the group is that whenever there is like any Undertale related release, I have a heart attack because I know that I will have to translate it, and it's terrible. Like it's one of the most stressful things ever.
Yeah.
But definitely it's been fun. Like it's been like an experience. And
if there's any one takeaway that you could just distill into a handsome little bookend, what would it be?
Management soft skills are really important. You gotta learn how to manage people, how to make people communicate with each other, how to keep them organized, and how to keep stuff well documented so everyone can access it. Sometimes when you do projects on the internet, you really give for granted the fact that, hey, we're all passionate, we all know how to do this stuff, we're all very talented, which is 99% true. Like, if you don't know how to communicate, how like to have people manage each other, how to like keep a schedule, how to keep resources,
fill in your Jira tickets,
kind of that. Things are just not going to work, especially if the project is very big.
Management is the name of the game.
Management.
Oh wait, no, it's Undertale. Sorry.
Ciao, ciao.